After weeks and weeks of trying to get into the PSA Q, we finally got in. I wanted to take a look at the 5 cards that we submitted for grading. Well, it feels good to be back. I feel like I haven't done a video in a long time, and I thought it's about time I turn the camera on and get back to it. I did an interview with Dakota over at Sports Cards Anonymous. I did a conversation. I believe it's called Conversations with Dakota. So I wanted to get a video out before that just to let people know that that video will be coming out next Monday, which is actually Valentine's Day, so February 14th. Take a look out for that video over on his channel. Again, that's Sports Cards Anonymous. I'm sure most people here have heard of it and have seen it. Great content, and hopefully you enjoy the conversation. We didn't really have a topic in mind. It was just more talking about the hobby and our experiences and what we're doing right now with it as far as content creating or buying cards and who we think are good plays currently. So there's a lot of different topics within the conversations, definitely worth checking out. It's just good to be back on camera and really talking about the hobby because I really did miss it. And 2022 has just been off to a busy start as far as my job in general. And so I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to record as many videos, but I wanted to get back to it. And I wanted to talk about the market in general at first because we've actually been selling a lot of cards on eBay, and it's pretty exciting. And I think this is what a lot of people were getting into or getting involved as far as flipping, if you want to call it flipping, or buying and selling or making a profit. I think people were excited about this pre-pandemic or even during 2020 when you can buy some cards, put them on eBay and sell them for a profit. It's pretty fun to do. It's pretty exciting. Obviously, last year with the market continuing to go down for most of the year, this wasn't really a possibility. Most cards continued to trend downward all the way through December. And so if you were trying to buy cards to flip them, you were probably on the wrong end of that deal. And so I really honestly feel like we're starting to turn a corner, and, you know, who knows, right? I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's just how the hobby is. But at least for me, a big success has been buying cards on StarStock. You can get some great deals. I've talked about it all year long, and it seems to be this hidden secret, but you could find some really good deals on cards, request them home, put them back on eBay, and 2x your money. And it's almost like clockwork. So anyway, I will get into that in a future video as far as eBay sales. But this video, I wanted to go into the 5 cards that we submitted for grading. So let's get into the cards. We got 5 cards that we got in the queue, the PSA Q. For those of you that don't know, PSA has opened up their economy service at $50 per card. However, you have to be a silver member. You have to sign up if you're not already signed up. And I did that, $99 a year for their silver membership. My brother also signed up, so we had 2 shots to get in the queue. He got in, I didn't. This past Thursday, I was probably about 6,000 deep in line, and somehow, it is so weird. You really can't tell how this is gonna work, but I logged in at 8:08, so about 50 minutes prior to the website opening, or I guess if you want to call it the virtual line, opens at 9 o'clock, right? So I was logged on 50 minutes prior to this, and I didn't get a spot. I was about 6,000 in line, and I got cut off at there was about 1,000 spots left before they said the queue was full. My brother logs on at 8:45, 15 minutes before the virtual line opens, and he got in right away. So I don't know, you know, you roll the dice and you hope you get in. But anyway, we got a spot for 5 cards. So those are the cards that I want to go over. Again, it's $50 per card. So the first card on the list is DeJounte Murray Select Courtside Silver. I got this card on StarStock for $75. This was a StarStock A, and it looks nice. I had my brother look it over too. He says it looks like a gem. But I'm still going to run it through the formula here. So if it does come back a PSA 10, it's worth about $400. If it comes back a PSA 9, it's worth about $130. Obviously, we're really hopeful that it'll come back a 10, and I think we feel pretty confident about that. And if you look at our last video where we sent a PSA Express order in, we pretty much got the grades that we thought we were going to get. In this case, this DeJounte Murray looks good. It looks like a PSA 10, but still running it through this formula where there's a 67% chance it'll get a 10, a 33% chance it'll get a 9. You kind of estimate its value by that. And considering what we're paying for grading and what we paid for the card, we should net a profit of about $180. So you can see that on the slide here. And that's a decent profit. Hopefully, hopefully it pans out. And really worst case scenario, if we get a PSA 9, we break even. So that's not such a bad deal. That's kind of how it is these days. Unfortunately, I think there was a time where you could grade a card, and if you get a PSA 9, that would actually be a profit too. An 8 would probably be your break even, but that's just not the case anymore. And I don't know if that will change. Obviously, if the cost of grading continues to go down, that will help. But again, a lot of it depends on the market for the cards and whether cards continue to trend upward, kind of stay flat, or if we see another downturn in the market. And I don't know. I mean, I see some hopeful signs that we're starting to trend upward. But again, with all of this volatility, you just never know. And you kind of just have to go with the information you have that day. And so that's my 2 cents on that. Next card we have here is Ronald Acuña Jr. 2018 Topps Chrome Refractor. My brother bought this at a card show for $150. Paid a little bit high of a sticker price on that, but it is what it is. He looked at it. He said it's got a decent shot at a 10, but he's a little bit concerned that it might only be a PSA 9. But this card gems very well. You can see by the slide here, it's an 80% chance that it'll get a PSA 10 based on all the cards that have been graded so far of this card. PSA 10 is worth $440. PSA 9 is worth $140. So going by the slide and going by the projections that there's an 80% chance that we'll get a PSA 10, we should net a profit of about $180. So that's kind of nice. We're 2 for 2 on that, which is obviously why we're sending it in for grading. Next card is Justin Herbert Hollow. We've already sent one of these in. We sent it in Express about a month ago. I think it was a month and a half ago. And we got a PSA 10 back on that one. So this was another one. I'm not sure why my brother didn't want to send this one in initially. Maybe the price was too high, or maybe he saw something on the card that may keep it from being a Gem Mint 10. But at a $50 price point versus a $150 price point, suddenly the card looks gem to him. So it's kind of funny how he thinks this card is in perfect condition. So we're going to send it in, still running it through the projection here where there is a chance it'll come back a 9. So considering if it comes back a 9, it'll be worth $270. If it comes back a PSA 10, that card is holding at $800. So we should net a profit of $325. Pay $250 for the card, $50 for grading. So we're into the card $300 total. Next card we decided to get, one of the hot cards right now heading into Super Bowl weekend, is Cooper Kupp Prism Silver. I'm going to do a separate video on Cooper Kupp's. I bought 47 of his rookie cards on StarStock, and I think my brother bought another 33. So we went all in on Cooper Kupp, and basically every card, as you would expect, was profitable, was a profitable sale on eBay. So the Cooper Kupp was a nice little return there, but this one we saved for grading. PSA 10 on this was selling for $500. There was an outlier sale for $340. Hard to tell, if it cooled off a little bit, but I looked on eBay and the listings were for $500. So I'm just going to go with that as the PSA 10 price. PSA 9 is about $175. I only paid $24 for this card raw. So got a nice price on a raw card. Again, StarStock A, paying $50 to get it graded. So into it about $75. The net profit on that should be $263. So nice profit on that. And then the last card we're sending in is Aaron Judge. This is a nice looking card. This is his Refractor. The Refractors this year on the Topps Chrome update are serial numbered to 250. I've been looking for a Cody Bellinger of this exact card, the Refractor serial number to 250. I think I'm going to start looking again. And unfortunately, I probably missed my window to get him really cheap. Seems like the market is starting to heat up for baseball. And from what I read in the article today, I get MLB news every day. It sounds like it sounds like Major League Baseball is really trying to make a push to make this deal happen so that there aren't any games missed this season, which is, which is a great sign. But for baseball cards, it means that people I think are going to start really speculating very soon. So I don't know, maybe I'll find my Bellinger, maybe I won't, but we got this Aaron Judge here. And the last sale I saw on a PSA 10 was $455. PSA 9, I'm estimating about $150. And all into this card, $75 for the cost of the card, $50 for grading. So we're into it $125. Not bad. And if things work out as far as, the percentage of chance that we're going to get a PSA 10 versus a PSA 9. Again, my brother looked at this card and says, this thing is gem. But of course, we're going to say that about every card. We still got to consider the possibility that we're going to get a PSA 9. But we should still come away with a roughly $250 profit on this card. So this looks pretty promising. I mean, if any of these cards come back a 9, if we get some combination of PSA 10s, PSA 9s, we should still win. So it looks pretty exciting. It's definitely worthwhile to get in that queue if you can get in at $50 per card. There are definitely some more plays to be made. However, I will say this though, and I've kind of been sticking to this the whole time. There aren't as many cards as you think. I think a lot of people think that at $50 per card, PSA is going to get swamped and backlogged and back to where they were last year. I just don't see that happening. They've had these events for at least 3 weeks now, and they usually do them 2 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I haven't got in, so obviously there is a lot of demand right now. But these are the initial weeks, and my brother got in. And I know people who've tried to get in, they didn't get in those first 2 weeks, but they got in this 3rd week. So it just doesn't seem to me like there's this overwhelming demand cards to be graded at $50 per card. And if you just do the math, I mean, I have thousands and thousands of cards, sitting here in my room, and many of them I would consider getting graded. But when I look at the resale value, when I look at their PSA 10 resale value, they don't even resell for $50. So why would I get them graded for $50? And I would imagine that the majority of the collectors are in the same boat. So I think a lot of people are sitting on a stack of raw cards that they may or may not grade at $50, but it's not like people have, tens of thousands of raw cards and now PSA opens $50 per card and everybody's going to flood it. I just don't see that happening. So what I see happening is PSA will continue to do these queues and continue to have these events so that they can try to manage the incoming, the flow of cards coming in, but they're soon going to realize that they have more capacity than they thought. They're going to be able to open it up a little bit more each time, either by opening more spots, maybe hosting more events, or eventually getting to the point where they can just open economy for everyone and anyone at $50 per card. I really don't see that. I see that happening very soon, where they could just open it up to the general public. Similar to the way they opened up regular service at $100 per card. They hosted these events, if you remember, for maybe 4 weeks. I don't know. It wasn't very long before they came out with the announcement that, hey, you can grade all you want at $100 per card. Send them in, And they clearly were not backlogged from that. So I think there's going to be a similar experience at $50 per card. Whether and when they drop to an even lower service level, maybe bulk, it's still up in the air, but I could definitely see that happening at some point this year. So that's my thoughts on that. It's pretty exciting to get in the PSA queue. Can't wait to get these cards in and get them back. And they guarantee a 90-day turnaround time. But, with the Express and with regular, the cards have been coming back way faster than 90 days. So I'm very curious to see how long the actual turnaround time is for economy. Anyway, with that said, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad I'm able to put out a video, and I promise I will be getting more videos out this month. Even with the busy work schedule, I'm just going to try to mix it in. And there's been a lot going on in the hobby, a lot of news, just a lot of different things, and I haven't really been on camera to give my thoughts on it. And I really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy just kind of like talking and putting my thoughts out there and seeing how people respond and seeing some of the feedback that I get. So thanks again for tuning in. Oh, that's right. We're getting so close. We are about 3 subscribers away from 300. So that's a big milestone for me. I'm not one to want, wonder why I'm not at 3,000 subscribers. I just enjoy the process. And for me, 300 is a milestone. I'm pretty happy about it. And I do want to do my giveaway. I'm still leaning toward the Hoops Blaster Box, the current Hoops class 2021-22 as the giveaway. So that's what I'm leaning toward. I believe that's what I'm going to do. It would be my very first giveaway. So I'm looking forward to that. 3 subscribers away. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, at least for that reason, so we can do the giveaway sooner rather than later. I appreciate everyone watching. Have a great weekend, great Super Bowl weekend. I hope you enjoy the game, and probably most of you or don't really have a team, a dog in the fight, but I just hope you enjoy the game, and I really hope that it's a good one, honestly. So I will see you on